Yep.
So we're out here. It's about 5 o'clock. We just went and picked up some more supplies, some water, some feeders, just normal stuff that we needed. And I left the gate open, and the tom turkey, we were down at the wood pile getting some scrap, and the turkey was out. I'm like, shit, how are we gonna get him back in there? So we fan out while I come up, and he's got the female sitting here, and he jumps on her and starts mating her. And as I come up, he moves to the side, and she just let me pick her up. Well, he chased me, followed me. I had to kick him a little bit, and I think he was gonna try to attack me.
Yeah, he was gonna kick your ass.
So I put her in the pen, and he just walked back in. We got a couple more gates that we needed. We got some nest boxes for the chickens to lay in. So we're just taking some scrap plywood, putting on the wall, sandwiching it on the outside of the chain link fence. This is just a 10x10 dog run that we've used for years. We've got several of them. Put a 2x4 on the outside, screw the plywood on the inside to the 2x4, and then the nest boxes just mount with 4 screws. And if you change the wood chips out every week or so, the chickens will lay, and you won't have chicken shit all over your eggs if you grab the eggs every day and change those chips out regularly. We got a bunch of these tables from the flea market. We're going to put a few more in the pens. Just put some tin around with a little opening, so if you get a good storm, the chickens can get out of the weather a little bit. In addition to the run, we're going to put some more in here for the goats. They like to play on them and stuff, and it just gets it out. We're trying to start clearing this area out. We're going to do quite a bit of that this weekend. And the overhead patio cover that we use for the rabbits, we're going to build a couple of them up here, and we're going to move the rabbits up and then build a bigger one and put a few in here in the pens so that the animals can get out of the weather, plus we can store our tools and our feed and shit. We got some black tar sunflower seed. Little trick we got from Jack Spear Co. You just drill a bunch of holes in the bottom of a 5-gallon bucket, soak your seeds for overnight, dump them in there, run fresh water through every day for 3 days. Those things will sprout, and all the animals will eat those sprouts. And the conversion rate is supposed to be about 70% on sprouts as opposed to seed. Most of the seed they eat, they just shit out. But if you actually sprout sprouts just like a human being, you can absorb 70% of that protein. And you can do all kinds of stuff: alfalfa, barley, wheat. But cost-wise, the cheapest stuff to get, and what the animals actually seem to like the best, is the black tar sunflower seeds. And if you want to bring squirrels in, there's nothing better for squirrels than feeding them that. So we're actually going to hang a bunch of squirrel feeders and start getting the squirrels onto the property a little bit more than they are, feed them and develop that a little bit. That's about it. We're going to get this done, and then we'll run through and show you once we're done what we have. Also, I don't have them on. I was wearing them early today. I ordered some multicam shorts just off Amazon. Proper makes them, same company makes all the BDUs. Got a pair of multicam and a pair of ATAX AU shorts. They're pretty cool. Price point on them I think was like 35, 40 bucks or so. And then Katanica had sent me an email, and they had some stuff on clearance, and I ordered a couple pairs of Katanica shorts also just to try out. Unfortunately, they only have khaki or black. All their cool Cryptek colors and all that shit's all sold out. But I got them today. I'm wearing them. I like them. The pockets are real big. The pull tabs on them, you can get to them. I didn't even notice these were here, so they're not obtrusive or anything. But I'm wearing gloves. You can totally open them. They've got some mag slots inside to organize them. They got some different loops and shit to clip carabiner stuff onto, keys, whatever. They're reinforced here, so they come flat right here, so your knife and your flashlights and shit will sit and not slide all around. And then you've got some extra little slots here, and there's pin slots on the pockets. I'm going to cut these zipper pulls off. The jingling drives me nuts. It's got the Katanica bug. If you guys aren't familiar with Katanica, you've probably seen them on Mythbusters. Jamie Heineman, he wears one of those big ass jackets, looks like a bomb suit jacket. It's got pals and shit all over it. That's Katanica. That's kind of, I'd never heard of them till then. And we ran into the dude that actually owns the company, one of the guys at SHOT Show. Super cool dude. So I just figured I would, try a couple of them out, and their first impression is they're very cool. So definitely check them out. That's at katanica.com. And if we sit here and talk for a few more minutes, they'll do all this work, and Colin and I won't have to do any of it.
He's hunting rabbits.
What are you doing?
Baby goat.
Baby goat. Play with one of them baby goats.
Really quiet. I'm hunting rabbits.
You see that?
Yeah.
Them damn goats have got all 3 dogs fucking rammed. They're stirred up ramming each other.
I swear if that...
It'd be funny if one hit rammed Eric though, because it might hurt it.
Here comes one.
Look. Dun, 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 dun.
They won't feed them babies, but they'll sure.
I could have sworn I just heard somebody pull up.
No.
Wrong.
There's a little baby running around.
That fucking little goat. That little goat's smaller than the chicken.
Yeah, he'll never see Eric coming.
You put a trampoline in there, then goats will jump on the trampoline.
I think you should get one of those little mini ones. I bet you can get them at Walmart for cheap.
All day long they'll bounce on that thing.
Boing, 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 boing.
Well, he's like, fuck that. Look here.
Here they come.
Look at him frolicking around.
They were real tame.
I was gonna say that first day we were just grabbing them up. Now they're too healthy. Lightning.
Lightning. Out. Come on. She'd probably help him.
Yeah, should.
Yeah, the mama will get her.
Lightning. Yeah, but she'll learn.
Yeah. Lightning will be alright. I'm not worried about her. I'm more worried about the puppies.
She's a herd. She's a herder.
And all she wants to do is run shit in circles. It's that border collie. That's a border collie Catahoula cattle dog.
Mix.
That goat just turned Lightning around.
She knows not to get near him.
And both mom and dad were working dogs on a cattle farm. Like they had a shitload of cows there when we went there.
Usually they just
And
herd
they
it.
work, and they still work their cows off horseback. A lot of it.
We don't need a walking track. We got a running track.
You guys are gonna have find that pheasant. You guys are gonna have so many ticks on them.
Huh?
They're gonna have so many ticks on them.
Probably. Well, I only had a couple.
All right, come on. Let's show how we set this up.
In your junk, you'll agree with you. So you get to with the water in there now.
Come on in. All right, so we just had a bunch of debris here sitting around. You can see we're not sure what this was, whether it was something that fell down on the property or whether it was dumped here over a couple times. There's a lot of different stuff in there. There's some posts that we're going to save and some tin and stuff. The rest of it, we're probably going to light it on fire, burn it in place, and then haul the remains out of here or bury it or something. We just took a table, put 3 sides of tin just so the chickens could get under there in case there's a storm or they just want a little bit more weather than what's over here. We took these nest boxes, and it's not the prettiest, but it'll work until we build something else.
I like watching Eric in sneak mode.
You come beat him, champ.
So these nest boxes, you could definitely do something cheaper. You could do cardboard boxes, you could build wood boxes, whatever. This was the fastest way to do it for us. They're $9 a piece. There's no back on them. You just screw them onto the plywood, and then they'll fly up roost. In the morning there'll be eggs in every one of these. There'll be a bunch of eggs in them. We just took a bunch of dowels, some 1x2s, 1x1s, wedged them up top. As soon as it gets a little darker, they'll come in. Every one of these chickens will be inside here. You could lock them in at that time if you wanted to.
Oh, he got one. You hear it?
I do hear it.
Look, Mama's pissed.
You're right, Frankie.
She don't give a shit about feeding them, but she sure don't want you playing with them. Come on out, I'll close this.
Bob is a horrible mother. Aren't you, Bob? Where's your kids at? Oh, they're all dead, aren't they? Because you wouldn't feed them and shit.
I'll go and let you know as soon as I grab the hold of it. Good job, Lightning.
That's how Eric runs down baby deer in the forest.
I just want your pet.
It's usually the size he gets them because you can still chew through the bones.
First I'm gonna get ya, then I'm gonna eat ya. Lightning. Hey, let her go, let her go, let her go, let her go. Still learn.
Look, actually get friends with butterflies.
She'll learn. There's gonna be a bunch of times she's out here and you're not. We might as well be able here to see it the first time.
They won't ramrod.
They know better.
Eating goats before that.
That's because he's bigger than them.
Yeah.
He's quick.
Grab that piece of wood in that bag and
And he's got some sharp little chompers.
Grab what?
grab that. that bag, that empty bag, that piece of plywood.
Come here. It's under the truck.
Lightning's chasing that one again.
If you want to grab it, she's just on that thing. Come on, Lightning.
She just wants to chase it.
Hey.
Yeah, she just wants to play with
Come on.
it. So it stops running. Oh, here we go, here we go, here we go.
I was gonna say, when she gets herself all separated, she's gonna learn a hard lesson.
Thirsty.
Not thirsty. We've been feeding it. You're giving it water the whole time it's here. It
Those
just
dogs
wasn't
like water, man. They stepped in that tub by themselves yesterday. We're sitting in there.
I couldn't keep them out of the water.
These guys jumped through the fence into that boat.
I'm guessing that they didn't eat or drink for a while before we got them.
Okay, well they're not skinny now.
Yeah, they're little plumpers.
Yeah, we got 2 little girls.
Come on, Lightning. Let's roll.
Come on, babe.
Come on, Lightning.
Good girl.
So they got all the lights hung off the beams you see. They're going to run a bunch more. There's several more rows going in. And then we're going to probably run some more with some drop downs, and then we'll run some focusable LEDs in certain places where we want them. As you see, the top row here, they ran the T5 sideways on the beams and then built some deflectors. That's where the cardio equipment's going. So while it illuminates and kind of shines down, which you see it's doing a pretty good job, it diffuses it, and then you don't look at it. You can't get it in your eyes while you're up there on the cardio. If you look sideways or whatever, it's not going to blind you. They ordered, there's 120 4-foot 4-bulb fixtures coming for the upstairs, and they've started placing some of the downstairs stuff as well. They've got a little bit more trim to do, and then we're hearing maybe this weekend they're going to start painting. So that's all moving, but it looks a lot different for those up. They're setting light switches, so we'll have a switch there and a switch over there. It'll be a 3-way, so whichever side you come in, you can turn it on and off by that door or here. And then there'll be some lights coming across here that will illuminate the stairwell as well. And then once the stairs are in place, those stair treads will also be illuminated. So it's pretty cool. But it's all moving. We got this built up.
Yeah, they got that frame dude up there
Yeah,
too.
this is framed in, waiting on the glass. We came up on some high polished diamond plate. We got 50 sheets that are 5x7, which is a weird size. Usually you see it as 4x8. But we got 50 sheets stacked up. So we're thinking this wall right here, this whole entire wall, will cover in high polished diamond plate. So as you come up the stairs, this whole entire wall and those side walls and that side wall will all be diamond plate. We got a ton of it. We're just not sure. We got a crazy deal on it. We're not sure where we're going to
Look good on your gym part too.
Maybe we could run like a 4-foot splash and
Yeah, you know what I mean? Even if it's only on 2 walls.
now this was all intact, but in the process of taking all the shit down and in and out of here, a bunch of this insulation has been ripped, and some of it's ripped pretty damn good. So I'm thinking we're probably going to have to go ahead and cover that. So I'm thinking, you know, it's a little. We were concerned with headroom, but all the new equipment doesn't really elevate a lot. So the new stuff we bought, we'll probably be able to, if we just run the treadmill and the stand-up elliptical here, we can run the low ellipticals over here and recumbent bikes and stuff. I don't think we're going to have a head issue, so I'm thinking go ahead and have them just put red steel in right here. I just want some red roof somewhere in here, and I think this would be a good place for it. It might be too much, I don't know. Maybe we'll run. I just want something contrasting. Each time you go from one zone to the other, I want something different. And we've got this silver shit here, which is awesome. I just kind of want something here. I think we're going to put the race deck flooring here, and it'll be black and gray with just a red border around the perimeter, and I think the red ceiling would go good here. And if it doesn't fucking work, it's a little bit to take out instead of a lot to take out. So. Back cutting. I guess that was for framing that area. All the light switches work now too. They all action control. And that's three-way, so stairs too. You can turn that stairwell light on upstairs. Boom, boom. And the shower shit's here too. You got a big rain shower.
It's not.
The body shit.
It just ain't in yet, right?
Correct. Yeah, it's in. We have possession of it. It is not installed yet.
So we are almost ready for group showers.
Well, they said, how big do you want the shower? I said, I need to be able to get me and 10 guys the size of Eric.
You know what the problem with that is, though? Everybody wants to be shower buddies until it's time to do shower buddy shit.
Nut to butt. Nut to butt.
Now, the shower's big enough, you know, you can all 10 be in there, not even have to touch.
Where's the fun in that?
Where's fun in that? So what you're saying is, we can fit a few more in there.
You can do this, but you can't do this.
We could do a good baker's dozen.
This is our ranch. You do not know. We'll leave it right there.
And you want the light?
Did you not? Yeah. Yeah, it's about 22 degrees in here. Go ahead and bring some raw meat in. Yeah, they fired that.
Oh wow!
Because that's the old. That used to be the only fill.
Good lord!
Right here,
man.
because there was false ceiling right here for this first quarter of the building where the bar and restaurant was.
That's good though.
I know the night of the party we were sitting up here fucking like a sauna.
Look at it blowing Eric's hair. Seriously. Like you can see it blowing a little bit, moving with it. It's blowing his goatee too.
It's very luxurious.
It makes his goatee wiggling and winking at you.
My goatee will get your hair pregnant. Here's Colin. He doesn't get all of this office, he just gets a piece of it. We're going to set him up against the charger, and when I ring the bell for him, ding, 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 he'll go.
You're going to make this like 2 floors, right?
That's right. I figure we could put not only bunk beds, but like 3 high bunk beds in here. You only need like a sleep chamber. You don't really even need a bed. And a lot of places in the world, like, they don't use toilets and shit. They just have a little hole in the floor, just like they don't have beds. They just have a little.
Yeah, they don't even have clean water to shit
They
in.
sleep in them kennels?
Same at Google. Sleep deprivation chamber, sound deprivation. And really, we just give you a shot. You sleep really hard for fucking 2-3 hours, and then we wake you up, put you back to work.
Bring you back through with an AMCAP.
That's why vampires get so much shit done, because they don't have to sleep. Vampires. And the new modern vampires.
Colin told me he's more on Team Jacob though.
They can even go in the sun.
He's not a Team Edward guy. He's a Team Jacob guy.
I'm a Quillette.
Oh, there's a switch that does that. But I still put all that shit.
I was gonna say it's probably you're turning on hot wires every time you do that. We're just waiting to grab it.
This is gonna be my stone room. You're gonna walk in and everything's gonna be slate. Slate floor, slate wall.
Do them like those
everything.
those potato or those.
Ronnie Barrett has a brown room. When you walk in that motherfucker, everything in there's brown. Like the White. His house looks like the White House. It's got pillars and shit. Have you been there? Google Earth it. You'll see me there. We're gonna buy a drone so we can put up our own Google Earth pictures.
You know, they're letting Amazon ship stuff with drones now.
I heard that. How's that work? Is it happening though?
All you hear is like, you know, the fucking little articles on Facebook and shit.
Like I hear them talking about it, but have they actually delivered anything with a drone?
Yes, that's the thing. Like, where does it drop it off at? And does the drone land, or does it just drop it, or what?
How big is? I mean, they've got so much money. They could be using full size, you know, drones and shit. Like the drones we get and fuck with, they got a 20-minute flight time. That's the problem. Like that drone that follows you around, you have a GPS tracker. The drone follows you around while you're doing shit. It's only got a 20-minute life.
Like that one the government has for me.
And something just came out that somebody's up in arms. They're trying to ban us using drones with GPS to track us. You know, so we can have you put a GoPro on there, and it's got a gyro stabilizer. So while you're dirt biking or mountain biking, whatever, that thing follows you around. And it's about $2,000 turnkey.
Yeah.
Like you hear 750, but it's about 1,700 with the software, the camera, and the drum and the gyro.
I think it'd be cool though.
It's pretty.
If it had a longer battery life.
It'd be good for filming shit like we film out here on the farm and stuff, doing that kind of shit.
GoPro, mount a couple Mac 11s on there.
Now you gotta go dirty it up. I'm just trying to have wholesome fun here. I'm talking about goats. You're talking about
Weaponizing
talking
it.
about War Machine. We can have the helicopter. You can have the guns. We just can't put the guns together with the helicopter. I just can't wait till we can come in here the first time and cook dinner and sit and watch the 100-inch 400K TV. And the other 7
Do you have a
TVs
100-inch
next to it.
TV order?
You damn sure we'll be getting one. I guarantee you somebody watching this video can get us a 100-inch television at a hell of a deal. As a matter of fact, I guarantee somebody watching this video can show up with a dozen televisions and wire this whole floor up.
Ain't sure. Probably got some boys.
Trading out the trap house?
Right?
I need some legal TVs. Not that Hank would be into anything that's not legal. Being a wire legal white guy. I'm sure he is fully legit.
You know, they got them down projectors.
Yeah, but the picture and
theater shit.
they do, but the picture's not as
It's like watching a fucking movie in a
yeah, it's not as nice. Alright, let's go back to work, I guess. Alright, turn that shit off. You wanna see the diamond?
You got it already?
Yeah.
Where? Is it out here?
Oh, you didn't unload it.
Yeah, you didn't help us unload it, huh? That's why you don't know where it's
It'll be
at.
here in a few minutes, you can unload it.
Alright. I'm just thinking I would have put it inside.
I was just trying to give you a rest and give you some R&R.
We can let him move it.
It's all
Lance
them
loves new
razors and all
stuff.
them cars and shit were neat until you had tractors showing up.
Yeah.
You start getting tractors, that's a whole nother. You guys think sports cars are fucking expensive?
Yeah. Get a combine.
We got a buddy that does some farming. They have $1 million combines, over $1 million, and they have multiples of them. Like they have a whole fucking row of them.
It's a different type of baller status.
That's a whole nother game.
They're wearing Versace overalls and shit.
I thought Jack was going to get a hold of you the other day. Wasn't it you that said wearing overalls and a straw hat or something?
Yeah, because I said, John,
what's wrong with that?
yeah, he goes, what's wrong with that? I was like, no. I was like, because I have overalls at the house and a straw hat, but John's never worn them, and I feel like they'd be good for him. It'd be some good culture. That's a diamond plate.
High polish. And the treads have extra tread on them. It's pretty cool. We bought a lot of diamond plate. We did an enclosed trailer.
Dude, I can say you could do your trailer floor with that shit.
Well, that's where I'm going with this. We did an enclosed trailer. We did the floor and the sidewalls, and I would never do a floor again for an enclosed trailer. Because if you're like hauling dirt bikes, gas and radiator fluid, anything like that, man, you get any oil on there, pre-mix, slick as fuck, man. And as soon as any fluids hit this, and you wipe them off, it's no longer shiny like that. You got to polish it back up. Works great for walls, and I really wouldn't do a full wall, but a 4-inch or like up to a chair guard, about 3.5, 4 feet. Real nice, beautiful. You can take and put them on the tops of desks and stuff, but they make terrible desks. Like if you want to use them as desks, yeah. But for like coffee tables, shit like that, if you want to add some metal into your decor.
If you put a piece of glass over the top of it,
if you put it, yeah, it would work good. Yeah. But we got 50 sitting in the stack here, so we're gonna. And I'm not sure. Like these were cut. Like you can see where they cut it. There's some slag left. They cut these with a blade, and I've cut diamond plate, and it's a fucking bitch to cut. Wants to fucking bounce all over the place. It's fucking just, it takes forever. So I can assure you that it will not be me cutting these things when we go to put them on the wall. We'll have somebody, I'm sure there's some trick to it. I'm sure we'll get 50 replies right now as to a better way to cut it. But the best way I found is just to clamp it real tight onto some thick board, hang over where you want to cut, and just cut it with a,
make a fence right there with the clamp, and
yep,
where you're
just
going to cut it at.
cut it with a saber saw, but a metal cutoff saw.
And a Sawzall.
Even better, yeah.
Plasma cutter would be the fucking way to go.
I don't know what the plasma cutter is. It's going to leave a lot of slag, isn't it?
Yeah.
I've always wanted.
Well, water jet cutters I think are pretty good now too, aren't they?
Water jet's pretty clean.
Yeah.
I'll bet we could get the guys at Palmer's to cut it for us once we take the cuts. Have Bobby or someone.
Pretty cool stuff.
And then we thought we'd take all these extra toilets over to Colin's house and let Mallory put plants in them or something.
I think we gotta paint them with
because
glow in the
she's-
dark paint and shit.
Because
Put
she's
them
got a
in the
bunch of
yard.
tools now, so.
Did you get her tools for her birthday or something?
Her parents got her
She
some.
said Colin's not even allowed to use. Like she doesn't even let Colin use this saw. She's like, Colin,
Yeah, she actually does that to me.
Colin. Picture a little baby rattle when she does it. That's what I picture when you tell her.
That's probably where it came from.
Here's all this. Check out these storage beds. Did you see these? Oh, you were there when we got them.
Mm-hmm. I helped load them.
We already showed them, didn't we?
Yep.
Okay, well, I'm just trying to get them in order. So we're gonna put some of those together this weekend. See. We're gonna warm up on the benches that only have 12 volts, and we're gonna move to the tool cabinets that have 1,000. It's like a fucking.
Yeah, if you-
Gun cabinets?
It's an erector set in there, huh?
Can you make them into like gun cabinets?
They'd be gun cabinets, but they couldn't be safes. I mean, they're by no means. If you had like a
Oh,
vault
they're
room,
not like fucking.
no, they're not secure. If you had a vault room, it'd be perfect. If you want to keep Mary Homemaker out of your fucking tools, she could get in there, but there would be visible evidence that she was in there. If you just want to keep tools out of sight, out of mind, locked up, whatever, it'd be fine for that.
Yeah.
But for keeping fire, you wouldn't want to keep guns.
Yeah,
in
because
there.
I could probably run a pair of snips to the side of it and
Yeah.
then snip it apart and get whatever I
you
wanted
could hit it
out.
hard with a hammer and fucking be in it.
Yeah.
We could, yeah.
But if you had like a vault room, it'd be awesome.
Yeah.
But there's a system for gun rooms, which would be awesome in like a walk-in closet, and it's a metal grid wall that just you cover your whole wall. It's like 4x4, 4x8 sheets. I think it's modular. You can cut it to size. So you set your whole wall up, and it's recessed like a ½ inch, and it has these carriages and cages that clip in. So they got like one rack that'll hold like, I think it's 6 pistols perfectly, or you can put like 12 AR mags in there. That's on my Facebook page. Somebody sent me a link to it. It's very cool. Like if you wanted a dedicated room for your firearms, there's a few companies doing that shit. And a lot of it would cross over into other shit.
Like right now I'm using a dedicated house.
Yeah, yeah, I know. Yeah, we need to build a fucking cage around your house. You need a vault house. Vault house. Well, one of our customers, one of our dudes on Facebook, hit us up and said, "Hey, check this out." They're like, I'm buying some safes just for watches and all my other shit. And he said he sent me a link to a couple places that come in and actually do vaults. So you put steel all over, welded in place in the room, and then he had vault doors, and you order it in to fit, and they build the door and put it in place, and it has a steel frame so it bolts in top, bottom, both sides, just like a gun safe, but it's actually a door, and they make safe rooms and all kinds of shit this company does. It's pretty neat. So this is all new steel back here. And we got all that in place. Now this is the back side of the bathrooms, the 4 bathrooms inside. And that's all new metal. And it looks like they've redone some of the gutters. There's still some more downspouts that need to go on. And they took the old metal to fix the front, and that's what they were doing today. When we drove up, 2 or 3 of them were standing in a tractor out front in a bucket. Doors open, putting the steel on. Yeah, go through there and lock that. That's been left open the last couple of days.
Now, I was going to ask you too, do you want that bicycle wind chime?
Yeah, Justin gave it to me.
Okay. Well, he told me to ask you. He didn't think you'd use it.
Did he tell you to ask me?
Yeah.
Well, then you are welcome to use it.
Okay.
I couldn't give it to you because Justin
Right.
gave
No,
it
that's
to
what
me.
I said. He goes, ask Joe. I'm like,
Tell it.
I didn't make it. We were going to throw it away, so I thought he might
Tell that
want it.
lazy motherfucker to make another one.
All right.
I actually don't think Justin's lazy. That's why he's here. A lot of water coming out. Holy shit, that's a lot of water coming out.
Conversation.
I do not need that heavy. So these are our puppies, Speed Bump and Road Stop. What are their names?
That one's Fluff.
Mallory has named them Puff and Fluff.
No, it's Fluff.
I know you're not Mallory.
I'm the one who named him.
No.
What did Mallory
This is-
name
Yeah,
them?
Mallory named him something different already.
This is Fluff, and then that's Nugget.
Fluff and Nugget.
Yeah, that one was called Nugget.
The not so fluffy one is called fluff. The one that looks fluffy is no. That's
Where'd
been
you
out
get a
there.
beer? Did you drink that? Motherfucker's been sitting outside in the sun since the party.
Yeah.
Woo!
I smell it. It smells like skunk weed.
Yeah.
It's just rough.
It's rough. This tastes like shit. Here, let me have some more. I'm pretty sure there's a fucking loaf of bread in there already.
Put that down. Don't drink that.
There's a girl with a fucking
Drunk half of it.
in there.
Gross, man.
Oh. You could have just put that in the corner instead of you pee.
Man, I can't believe. Yeah, like what if that was piss?
That'd be awesome if we could
No,
open it,
up the top.
recap
It
it.
had a top.
Oh, okay.
It was like it was sealed up.
Oh, okay.
Not that I would. Not that he wouldn't have.
I thought you just picked up one that was sitting there and started drinking. And I was like, holy shit.
I mean, you're talking to somebody that we shut all the bars down in Hong Kong, and we're going from bar to bar as they were closing and drinking everybody's little like backwash.
No. Do not drink that.
Why? What is it?
Beer.
It won't hurt him.
Yeah, we fine. They like it. Yeah, the skeeters are out. You see them buzzing around you? Dude, they're right here. Like, I've seen a bunch of them just floating around me.
I ain't even had none yet.
I ain't got bit by one yet, but I just noticed I was standing here. They're just floating.
So purple martin houses, you said you found them and they're $60 with the pole?
Pole with the house.
How many houses come with it?
They're pretty big, so I guess it holds quite a few, would be my guess.
Purple martins? People said to attract purple martins because, like bats, they eat their body weight in flying insects every day.
Don't do that.
So all these
Put 'em down.
these bird houses on poles you see, is to attract purple martins.
Bat houses are easy to build.
I'm thinking we're gonna have. We just hired some guys that do some construction shit, and I said, "How good are you?" So I'm really good. All right, so we had him spec out the rabbit house. He just measured that out for wood lumber cut today, and we're gonna put one up top, and then we're gonna put a bigger double-sized one up there, and a couple other patio covers and shit up there, so we can move the rabbits. And I'm just gonna task him. Like, we have a bunch of tools. He said he's just got his, hand tools and framing shit. But I've got a bunch of tools, and I like tools, so we're going to get a bunch of more tools and have him just build a bunch of fucking bat houses and a bunch of purple martin houses and put them all over the property. I'm hoping I don't have to put them out in the open. I don't know. I'm sure you guys, somebody knows. I'm hoping I can kind of tuck them on the wood line.
Bat houses?
Bat houses,
Bat houses
yeah.
go up in trees.
Bat houses go up in the trees on your line. Your purple martin house will have to be out in the open.
Every time I see those, every time I drive past someplace, I want to knock them down.
Mm-hmm.
I saw something about
It's like a mailbox out in the middle of nowhere. It's like
It's
a
up real
magnet
high.
with a baseball
Like a
bat.
bat house, one of the best places you can put them, like if you got a barn or
Under
whatever,
the eaves.
on the walls, because can't nothing climb up the wall and get
Get to their
bats.
babies, right?
And you can put buckets under there and catch the shit. Some of the best fertilizer.
Yeah.
Some of the best fertilizer you can get.
So you see the grass is growing.
Are you excited?
Well, that's what happens when you get fucking torrential.
So we were talking to a kid. Kid comes walking in the locker room at the gym today, and he's got on a company shirt for a landscaping company. I said, "Do you work there?" He said, "Yeah." I said, "Do you guys sell mowers or do you mow?" He says, "Man, I mow." I said, "What do you use?" He said, "A Kubota something, big diesel." He said, "It's about 12 grand." And he says, "Man, it's expensive, but I brush hog with it." I said, "Yeah, I do too. That's why I've got 4 broken lawnmowers laying around all the time." He said, "Man, you get one of those, you can run over anything with it." So Kubota was kind of what I was thinking, anyways, for a mower. Just because we're going Kubota tractors, we'll just keep it all, so we can just use the same place to maintenance them all. And there's a lot of Kubota presents.
You ain't going to John Deere this week, then Kubota next week.
Yeah, and there's a lot of presents for Kubota around here. And for what we're doing,
Kubota shit's hard to beat.
I like it. So just get everything diesel. Just keep it all diesel so we can keep diesel on site. We got diesel trucks. Colin runs out of gas all the fucking time, so now when I take him gas, he doesn't.
What would it cost to install a diesel tank?
Well, we'll do it. It won't take shit.
Like about 10,000 gallons?
Oh, I don't know about that.
God bless.
We're gonna have a big.
It wouldn't be as big as you think it is.
We're gonna have a big transfer generator.
10,000 gallons would be about the size of that truck.
We're gonna have a big transfer generator, but our generator's gonna run on natural
The fuel
gas.
tanks on our engines hold right around 5
Yeah.
and 8. That's it.
So, why you guys shovel all that coal?
I do it.
Workout? So
I like
if
it.
Christian had blonde hair, he'd be a perfect chimney sweep. That way, he's up there cleaning, you'd know if the chimney was clean or not. What's that?
No. Dad, what's a Dachshund?
A Dachshund? What's a Dachshund?
Truck or the dog?
Truck.
The truck?
My mom had a Dachshund.
Shit, I didn't think he'd be
station
old
wagon when I was
enough
a
to even
kid.
remember a Datsun.
My friend wants one.
My boy Matt Chartel had a Datsun B210, I think it was, and had a sunroof. It was a little green one. And we'd baja it around out in the canyon, and it'd get stuck, and we'd just get out and kind of lift it, bounce it, and lift it over out of whatever it was stuck. And I had an HK91. I was 15, 16 years old probably, so we'd hang out of the roof of that thing and flush coyotes and shit out and shoot coyotes while we were off-roading out in the backside of like Camp Elliott and Miramar and shit out there on the backside of the military base.
I remember riding around working on my grandpa's farm in that old Datsun.
Is it possible to put diesel in one?
They probably had some diesel. Datsun became Toyota, right? Or was it Nissan?
I think it became Nissan.
Nissan.
Or Nissan bought them.
Nissan Datsun, that's right. It dropped the Datsun, just became Nissan. Nissan makes some diesel vehicles like the Nissan Patrol. It looks like a little Jeep, kind of like an FJ40 Toyota Land Cruiser, like the original ones. They made some stuff like that and some trucks overseas, but you don't really see them imported very much. There's not a lot of them here in diesel.
The reason I was asking is because
It's
my
like-
friend wants one.
How old's your friend?
See you in a little bit. Thank you, sir.
10, he wants one when he's 13.
You can have trucks here when you're 13?
I don't know.
Maybe on the farm.
You should ask Dad the question you asked me last night.
So there's no interest.
No.
Where do
I'll
babies
pass.
come from?
No. What's masturbation?
You don't know what masturbating is?
Nope.
So they
Nope.
He knows what
It's
it
a-
is. He just doesn't know
Yeah.
that's what it's called.
You'll figure it out, and then you'll think it's the coolest thing ever.
So you had sex ed and they didn't talk about what masturbation was in school? You should just ask your teacher tomorrow. Only ask the girl ones though.
I only have girl ones because the only boy teacher in my school died. Mr.
You know why? You masturbated too much.
No! Liver failure.
Because he masturbated too
Right.
much.
Depleted
Shuts
his
the
liver
liver
of its
down.
fluids.
Makes you go blind.
Dude, there's not even anything on you.
Yeah,
hair on your
there are a fucking swarm of them around
Yeah,
him.
they
You know why?
see 'em now.
Because you didn't take a bath last night.
Yeah, he sure did.
Because you stink. They're after the methane coming out of your body.
They're after my sweat, my pit sweat.
Hey, we're about to turn this video off. Is there anything you'd like to tell the world? They liked you yesterday.
Join Zert.
Join Zert.
Yeah.
Cody, you got anything to say?
Cody's
Booty
wearing a
puppies.
Zert shirt.
Sebastian wants to know what masturbation is.
No, I don't.
Do you know?
I'll pass.
To me, it's all just mental masturbation. Quiet
Every time you
Riot,
masturbate, God kills a
1984.
puppy.
Hey, Dad, did you dare me to throw this on
Plus,
the
you go
wood
blind
pile?
and you get hairy.
No, I wouldn't throw that on the woodpile because if you miss and you break it on this place where all the people drive, it'd probably be bad.
Yeah, just set it right there. All right, let's go.
It's not a masturbation if there's a goat involved.